and welcome back to Expeditions. And I'm just going to carry on because that's kind of what you do when you play a video game. So, yep, we are fallen from heaven. So, we've lost one of our drones somewhere in the tourist area. You don't want those damn tourists getting hold of it, do you? Its flight recorder may contain important information that should not fall into the wrong hands. See those pesky tourists. Investigate the suspected drone crash site and recover the data recorder. So, 1.9 kilometers. It's easy. We want a scout. We want to take the metal detector and a specialist. Let's see what rewards we can get. We can get a Jaeger. Oh, what's that film? Pacific Rim. We're going to get a giant Jaeger. That'd be awesome. And a big bumper. So take less than 200 damage. Unlikely. Don't flip the car more than 4 times. We might achieve that. The unrecognized points one. I've been watching former WWE wrestler Mr. Farouk, and he seems to be struggling with those. So we will see whether we achieve that or not. But let's get stuck into that. So let's grab our operator. So drone range. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So, and she can mark airdrops. So, yep. Awesome. And then we probably do need a truck. So it does say scout. So what I have realized from watching some others play is that we should maybe have been using the COT code, and it's a B-, B-, A+. The only really difference is the fuel consumption. I do kind of like the little Don. I think this reminds me a bit of a Landy, like an old Defender. Maybe. I'm not sure. So, and it's got, I guess, that's always on diff. So I kind of like that. And we've invested in it now. So I think we're going to stick with that one for this mission at least. And I wonder if there are any new it's a new customization. So we want to have the metal detector on, don't we? So the big reinforced bumper would be cool, wouldn't it? Anywho, we've got the mud toe. I think we're good to go. Let's go for it. So, the Western Outpost or the Field Operations Base? I am not sure. I should have maybe paid attention in the briefing. Let's go for it. We can always move. It might cost us money, but hey, we can always sneak back to the old... yeah, I know we're headed there. That's okay. We could always sneak back to Little Colorado and grab some money from there. Yes, where are we headed? Let's take it a little bit slower this time. See if we can do a little bit less damage to ourselves, or at least a little bit less incidental damage. Not too worried about that. Once we get free roam unlocked, I do want to start doing some of the kind of open missions that you get from just exploring. I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, I think, and maybe starting to look for upgrades and stuff. I never, I guess probably, when playing the little bit that I played of SnowRun, that was something that I was really pretty bad at, was looking for things. I just kind of played the game, and I never really played it enough actually to get into worrying about that too much. Let's go forward drive on. We've got decent tyres. He says not wanting to damage things too much, and then instantly picking up a random bit of damage. fall off. Don't fall off. Yeah, so I never got that far through SnowRunner. And with spin tyres, you didn't really upgrade vehicles. You just used the vehicles that were part of the game. So, yeah. Anywho, how are we all doing, folks? Hope you are well. Alright, what do we need to do? Get to the next climb. There is a steep descent ahead. Be careful. In such places, you should not rush. They clearly haven't watched me play video games. Yeah, it's Sunday. Mrs. Disturbed is visiting the in-laws. I've just finished cutting the grass. Technically, I think it's first cut, so because it was the back garden rather than the front. And yeah, we're doing a bit of exploration. We're going to chuck it in low just to help out a little bit. You know, it's like four-wheel drive, low, diff locks on. We should be good for descending. We could maybe just actually send it. And we should be okay, actually. Yeah, we're good. So the first one of these videos has already come out and seems to have been relatively popular. The second one comes out in a few hours and hopefully will also be relatively popular. And yeah, so I'm going to see how I can squeeze this into the old schedule. Along with the fact that I'm trying to keep my schedule somewhat sane. So yeah, we'll see how that all works in. But things like this are good because you're getting a bonus half an hour to record a little bit of a video is good and fun. And it means I actually get to play the game and progress a little bit, because as I don't want to play too much without you guys coming along to watch and see me potentially screw up. Yeah, that's all part of the fun, isn't it? Stage complete. So you're doing pretty... I am, aren't I? But be careful, there's another one ahead. Gotcha. So potentially, this was a comment on the first video, something that we could think about doing if we're struggling is to knock the tire pressure down a little bit, but at the moment we're not doing too badly. I think having decent tires on is helping. So yeah, and, I'm loving this little truck actually. I was saying about maybe we should be using the other one, but this is an awesome little truck. It's a lot of fun. And so far, I mean, I guess if we start to get into exploring the map more, rather than these kind of missions where you're almost being guided on rails, we might want something where fuel economy is better. And I'm wondering if we will just drop the tire pressure a little bit. I'm wondering if the bigger vehicle can maybe even carry a little bit more fuel as well. So that went up there like a champ. So yeah, maybe when we start exploring the map a bit more, we might want to switch vehicles and get that one upgraded a bit. But for this, I'm loving this little guy. Like a sturdy mountain goat. And playing this game is bringing out a whole new level of random things to say, which is also fun. I think we probably want to go down the side here. It's starting to get into the evening, so we might want to skip some time in a bit. I do like that there doesn't appear to be any penalties for skipping time. Because as I said, we're exploring the area. I'm not a fan of those mission objectives, but hey, we'll just keep following the markers. And I guess kind of we need to explore the area because we are ultimately trying to find the crashed drone. So come on, come on, Come on, we got you, we got you. So, I guess, what's over there? Shall we have a look, children? Ah, so I did watch, as I said, former WWE wrestler Mr. Farouk playing, and he also found this jobby, and this is one we will come back to. I believe we need to recover the crashed van, but we will save that for when we have free roam. It's actually Mr. Farquhar. If you enjoy a bit of Expeditions, go check his channel out. He's playing this game a lot more than I am. And, yeah. I guess we just need to drive around a bit, and as it's telling us to do, explore the area. So yeah, it just keeps sending us back here. So let's explore. I know we're not going to get up there, so let's run along this kind of canyony bit. Take it easy. See, one of the things that I worry about with reducing the tyre pressures is if you go a bit quick, you seem to damage the tyres, but I wonder if you go slow, whether it might cushion things a little bit. 69. Nice. 70. There we go. Sorry. Childish. I know. I'm sorry. If you're here for mature, highbrow entertainment, then sometimes you're in the right place and sometimes you're not. And today, I guess you're not. I've been watching too many PC videos where the old 69 meme is pretty strong. Pretty strong. So, steady. Steady. I think we're going to reinflate the tyres, regain our fuel economy, and see if we have explored enough of the area to unlock the next little waypoint marker. We have not. Let's explore more, shall we? Can we explore with the drone? Didn't intend to do that. I intended to do that. So let's get the drone out and we can. Hey. Cool. Maybe we should have done that in the first place. Scan the crash site with a drone. Right. Okay. Guess we should restart the old engine. I am going to now skip a bit of time. So we left 3, not right 3. There we go. Look at that lovely sunny morning. Oh, my number plate's fallen off. Hopefully we don't get a ticket for that. Off we go. Onwards. So yeah, this game is definitely a. There it is. Hey, there's a. Did I just completely miss that when I was bimbling around here? Start scan. Search for points to scan. Drone is too far. Have to move. Okay. Stay in the zone. Stay in the zone. Stay in the zone. Nailed it. Okay. Let's say this camera view is awesome, game. It true. You will lose all progress. No, but where am I going? Where am I going? This is the best mini game ever. I have to admit, I kind of loathe games that have random mini games in them, particularly as we seem to be unable to change the camera view to see where it wants us to actually search. And do you know what? I wish I'd paid more attention. Oh, we've got a ring emanating, and maybe if we follow, there we go, the emanating ring. Stay on target, Luke. Stay on target, Luke. Stay on target. Stay on target, Luke. You nailed. There we go. Okay, so we're following the pulsing emanating rings. You don't want a pulsing emanating ring, folks. You should really see a doctor about that. Woohoo! Success! Minigames, they suck. Right. Where to now, boss? Right, that way. Alright. Let's go. So what I should have done is just throw the drone up when it told me to explore the area, because that was way quicker on that bit. Let's go easy. Let's go easy. And we know we can get up the end here because we already have once. What we did have was slightly reduced. Actually, that's interesting. So S is better than A+. Oh, get that suspension articulation. I'm going to be back in a moment because that could be our thumbnail. And you will know whether it was or not. I don't yet. But hey, at least we didn't go falling down a mountain this time to try and get a picture. Which is what happened last time. You guys haven't seen that yet. Well, you will have by the time you're watching this, but not when I'm recording this, because time travel is a thing in content creation. Yeah, particularly with the way that I do content creation, because I tend to be recording videos before people have seen previous videos. Stage complete. Find a flight recorder in the area. That seems that the part we need is somewhere upstairs. A metal detector will help determine the location. Hey, we've got one of those. Echo sounder. Metal detector. It's that way. It's that way. Okay. I'm guessing we go around this way. So let's. Yep, that looks like. It's funny that it's find a flight recorder, not find the flight recorder. Like there might be many. Now, how many drones have they crashed in this area and not worried about recovering? Artek, are you their drone pilot? I'm just asking, buddy. You know, I'm just asking. Because, you know, you allegedly do have a history of crashing a little bit. So, if we need to get up to that bit, we need to climb up there. Yeah, no offense meant, but you know, I've heard that you crash occasionally, and you know, with the alleged crashing of tractors, maybe in drones you would be worse. So yeah, so I am far from the best Englisher. I'm not, you know. It's kind of bad with this, some of the stuff that I job, but I am not the best at the written and spoken language. But some of the English in this game is not great. Now, apparently I guess development studio are not English, and I can understand that means that maybe English is not great, but I would imagine with what they spent developing this game, they could have paid someone, given that the international world is relatively small and all that. Let's come back to this point. Trade. Transfer. So that says it contains a significant amount. but actually it seems to contain 0. So, yeah. Right, we've got that. So, deliver it to the outpost. So, okay, we need to go all the way back. So, kind of one version of me thinks, can I go? No, we're going to have to go the long way back. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, so my little whinge that I was on there, which we'll get back to now, with how small the international world is, and let's be honest, whatever country they're in, there are probably some native English speakers. I would have thought, you know, they could have afforded to drop the few £100 that it might cost to get a native Spanglish Eka. See, that's, like I said, I'm not the best, so it is a little bit hypocritical of me to be saying this, but I would think that it would behoove them to have spent that little bit of money to get the written text proofread, to ensure that it's reasonably good, you know. It's at this point, it's not like, you know, when Spin Tires was released, they were I think I might be wrong, but they were a fairly small studio developing and all that kind of stuff, and it was a really novel early type of game and all that kind of stuff, and I think you could forgive them for that kind of thing. But at this point, this is a pretty established franchise, and yeah, kind of feels to me like some of that stuff should be nailed down. So yeah, it's kind of my view that they should maybe have some of this stuff sorted, I think. Given that, now again, I'm guessing here, and I'm partly guessing based on, you know, the audience for the types of other games that I play. I would imagine that with a game like this, a huge part of their core audience is the US. That's got to be why. Actually, I don't know where the other maps are, but you know, like the fact that the first map is America. So it feels to me like, oh, hey, there's a horn. I got a horn. Yeah, it feels to me like maybe they should have focused on that. So where I was going linked to this, and why I feel like it's vaguely maybe somewhat justified, and yet yes, you can use things like ChatGPT now, and maybe that's what they did. So if you're new because you just come here to watch me play Expeditions, in the game the game that really got my channel going, Farming Simulator, I am involved with a modding team, and in that modding team, which is predominantly not people who are native English speakers, most of them speak frickin' amazing English to start off with, which makes my life way easier because I don't speak German or any of the other languages that they speak. Where are we going before I get lost? I think we just follow the canyon along. Yeah. But one of the things that we do is we get native ink. So and most, not all, but a lot of the guys that do the clever modding are not native English speakers. Some of them are. At least one of them is. Loki, if you're watching. Don't know if you watch. I haven't forgotten the fact that you do clever modding stuff. But a lot of them aren't. And so, but they make use of the fact that we have English speakers in the team to deal with the fact that quite often if you use something like Google Translate or any of the other magnitude of translation tools, they don't always understand how to translate things. For example, they might translate a brand because the brand name in one language actually means something when you translate it. So yeah, I do, does kind of feel like that. So it's a bit of a random ramble, isn't it? Again, if you're new, I do like me a bit of a ramble. So I'm assuming following my tracks, which is kind of useful. I guess we've got to climb up here. So I think there might be benefit in getting some excellent rock climbing ability to work our way up here. Now, I know that probably those of you that are playing this game yourselves casually, you are probably way further through this game. You probably know loads more about this game than I do. I think that's the classic content creator problem. Unless you're playing it loads as a content creator, you know, maybe if you're streaming hours and hours of it a day. But for someone like me, it's there's something interesting over there. Have a quick look. For someone like me that's only playing this game for a few hours a week, you learn quite slowly and you progress quite slowly versus what a lot of people that are just playing the game will. What's this? There's something we've already experienced or we will experience in the future. I'm guessing one or t'other. Let's try not to fall back down the mountainside. That is entirely a possibility. So rather than turning around, I'm actually going to reverse. That feels like the safer thing to do, interestingly. Yeah, so, you know, I know that, like probably a lot of people when they're, before they get free roam unlocked, when they're doing some of these expeditions, they might be doing a lot of expeditioning and exploring, and you know, you've got metal detector on, why aren't you pinging for all of the upgrades and stuff? And basically because I want to make this a kind of a nice length video. With the way that I make content, I only have a certain amount of time in the day to make content, so my time is not limitless. You know, so because I'm home alone at the moment, and again, if you're new to the channel, I have 4 dogs. They are patiently waiting for me downstairs. One of them, in fact, all of them are older, but one of them is very old and suffers with dementia, and he doesn't like being on his own. And when I say own, I mean without a human for too long. So yeah. There we go. Nicely done. So how much did we make? So we did manage to achieve the less than 200 damage. Yay me. We managed to not flip the car at all, actually, or really crash. So we got an extra grand on the bonuses, plus 6.5 grand from the Arizona government. We got our Jaeger, so I'm looking forward to my giant robot. And we got our rear big reinforced bumper, and we do like those big rear reinforced bumpers, don't we, folks? So yeah, awesome stuff. I didn't actually take any kit with me, did I? So it's a good job we didn't really get stuck. So I only took 14 points of damage. Wow, that's pretty crazy, I think. Yeah, that was a bit of a rookie mistake, wasn't it? So where are we heading next? In order to preserve, there is a unique building in this region. It was built a long time ago and now gradually falling apart. We want to preserve it as long as possible and make it a tourist attraction. Why are we helping the damn tourists? They were stealing our drones. Let's start by monitoring the weather in more detail so that we have time to react. So we need to take a mechanic and 2 portable meteo stations. I believe those would be weather stations. So what I'm gonna queue everything up so that next time we can just jump straight in. So we need to take a mechanic. We will take Mike Nixon. So he increases our supply limit and reduces our damage. Very nice. And we need an off-road truck. So we have the Step, or we have the Tuz, and we're going to take the Tuz SE. So in cargo, we need to put in 2 weather stations. They are thankfully free. We are this time not going to make the mistake, and we are going to take some jack screws and some anchors. We've got some fuel. I wonder whether we should take some spare parts for 500. I'm going to put in some spare parts as well. And then let's have a look at a little bit of customization. So on the front, we've got the reinforced bumper, good crash protection. Heavy reinforced bumper provides great crash protection. It's interesting that the big one is better, and that provides a slot for a tire. I guess that's why. So we've already got outstanding, but we seemed to not have that fitted. Okay. Rear. We've got that. Okay. Miscellaneous. Bolt-on fenders. Yeah, let's get some of those. They give us some crash protection. They're a good thing. In here, we haven't got any engine upgrades or gearbox upgrades. Or those tires. We've got the UOD ones fitted. We've got the extended winch. Do you know what? I think we're good. So I'm going to deploy. So it's going to cost us $3,000 to go out on this mission, and we don't make a lot of profit, do we? So something that where do we want to, where is the mission? I guess looks like we want to deploy from that one. I think, yeah, I think we want to deploy from that one, which I didn't do because I'm dumb. So yeah, where's that, the tower? Oh, that's the tower. Okay, no, we're okay. Cool. So I'm going to end it here, and next time we will work on getting to the tower over there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Hope you enjoyed the video too, I guess. If you're interested in any of those, there are links and buttons below. Comments, questions, or suggestions. And I will see you next time.